y'all, and welcome to another episode of High Heels to Hard Hats. I'm Marlena, and today I'm going to show you how I made some super fun side tables. I DIY'd them and upcycled them from a Goodwill find and an awesome shower curtain from Family Dollar. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe below. Let's go! Okay, so check out our materials. Here's what we're working with. I found 2 of these at Goodwill for $7.99. So here's a look at the bottom of it, just to give you kind of an overall scale of what we're working with. We'll only need a few things in this demo, and the most important thing is my handy dandy drill from IKEA. It's my favorite. I use it all the time. Get one, $14.99. The first thing I want to do is turn the table over and remove all of the screws from the base of the tabletop to the legs so that we can paint the legs later. I'm going to remove these now, just kind of give you a look at what we got. Remember, it's important to make sure that you get all of the screws out of the legs before you paint them. Remember to put the screws somewhere you can find them as well, so you can easily get back to them when you want to put your table back together. Lay your legs to the side and let's get to work. In order to cover our tabletop, we're going to be using some 1.5-inch foam. And I just want you to kind of see the thickness of that. I'm using that so that I'm not hitting just the hard surface when I cover the table. You kind of want something under there. And this is my awesome shower curtain that I found from Family Dollar. Oh, I cannot wait to show you my next idea of making some throw pillows with that. So with that being said, here we go. Let's get to going. Now you can see my surface. I'm going to kind of eyeball my cut. Don't hate. Eek. Here we go. Remember, after cutting your foam, turn your tabletop over and begin to staple down the foam to the tabletop. Remember that you want to curve that foam around the edges so that you get those nice, smooth, curved edges, just like your table was. Please ignore the vacuum in the background, too. I don't know why I'm so ashamed about this. Make sure you place your fabric upon the tabletop as evenly as you possibly can, making sure that you have no bubbles or folds or anything like that in the fabric. Once you get it on the right way, flip it over, and then you're going to begin stapling. Make sure that you get those edges rounded and you pull them as tight as you can so you can get some smooth edges. Smooth edges are totally important, y'all. Make sure that when you're working on the sides that you leave the pre-drilled holes that you have for the base available so that you can see them, so that they're easily accessible when you're putting the base back on. Also remember to cut off any excess fabric that you may have, because you won't need it anymore and you can possibly use it for another project. So for the base of this project, I'm using some foam board I got from Family Dollar. But while using the scissors, I figured out that was not a good idea. So wait a minute. I found my blade. Yes, and it works so much better. It allows me to make the right cuts and the proper adjustments for the handles and for the base when I'm going to be reattaching it. Got the measurements correct, then I'm going to take my handy dandy glue gun and glue around the edges. Once I've got all of the glue in place, I'm going to flip it over and attach it to the tabletop. A couple of pieces of this leftover faux leather material that I've used on a couple of other things. I'll show you another project later, but I'm going to use it on the ends of my tabletops to kind of cover up what leftover wood pieces I have showing. So you see here, we're going to cover those up. I've already pre-cut them. And I kind of, again, eyeballed it. I just used some strips that I had. But I'm going to make them work as we move them on the board. It's a little bit of hot glue. And I used the Gorilla Glue hot glue gun stick. So just wanted to kind of throw that out there. I want to make sure that everything I'm doing is kind of sturdy. So I used the Gorilla Glue glue gun sticks. So this material is somewhat stretchy. So when you put it on there, you can kind of slide it to the place that you want it. And even though I've pre-cut them, I'm still probably going to have to do a little bit more on here. And then this is also some of that extra padding that I had. Remember, and I told you we're going to cut the rest of that off so you don't see that at the edge of the tabletop. once we complete the tabletop, we are off to the races with our base. So I'm using Rust-Oleum 2-time paint coverage in white. Again, small space, but that's apartment life. I'm setting up my base on my workspace, and then I'm going to spray about 3 to 4 inches away from the base, spraying it all the way down, making sure that I've got full coverage. Okay, so now we've got our base dry, so we're just going to attach it. And remember, I'm looking for the holes that I already marked on my sheet. And now we're done, and it is absolutely beautiful. I love it so much, and it's gonna make the perfect addition to my bedroom. Check it out with the wallpaper. Thanks again for watching, y'all, and remember to subscribe below. Happy high healing.